was I can't believe there was an interview that you had done with another podcast where you had brought up Ric Flair was originally going to go to ECW during the time of his fallout with Eric Bischoff. How close did that actually come to happening, and how well do you think it would have worked in ECW with Paul Heyman having control over that
Well, I think
situation?
Paul would have, for lack of better phraseology, Paul is a mark for the business. And I think, he would have given Flair more than his just due, right? He's Ric Flair. Uh, what happened was Paul was always threatening WCW lawsuits, and every time they would throw talent at us, like I think Sherry and oh geez, brain fart. Not Chris Benoit. Part of the Hollywood Blondes.
Oh,
Pillman,
Pillman?
Brian Pillman. I had Chris stuck in my head. They came up on one of those deals. We were supposed to get that the week that Pillman came up. We were supposed to have Steve Austin, and Steve had tweaked his knee or something, so they said Brian, which was great. And on this particular weekend, Double A came, Arn Anderson, and when he got there, he walked in, and it was sort of strange. He said, "Franchise, I need you." And I walked over and I followed him, and he went to Paul, and we went into the office. And he very hesitatingly broached the subject. It was like walking on eggshells. And he said, what was the first thing he said? He said, he pitched the idea to Paul, talking about Rick's problems with Bischoff. And he said, he pitched the idea, and he said, Rick wants to know if he can trust Shane. And Paul said to him in no uncertain terms, he said, tell Rick I assure him, Shane is a pro. And I knew that like Marty was a little bit, because he's an outsider, looking at this, the heat between me and Rick. And I said, I knew there was no way we could pay him in one show what he would want, what he would need and, deserve to bring that to TV. So I pitched, just off the top of my head, I said, let's do 3 shows. First show, to show Rick that he can trust me, we'll do in Charlotte. And we'll do 50, 55 minutes. I'll do the favor. We'll go to Pittsburgh. Second match. 50 plus minutes. He does the favor. Now he's up. I'm up. We need a rubber match. We do the rubber match in Philadelphia at the Spectrum. He takes 10% of the gate and the pay-per-view. And, Marty seemed pretty excited about that. Over the next couple of weeks, it was all out of my hands. That was the extent that I knew. And during that time, I remember Paul saying, like, we're going back and forth. We're close, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, WCW announced on one of their TVs that they had re-signed Flair. My guess in hindsight is that Flair used that as leverage. Hey, look, we can go here and do this and get ECW over even more. And it probably worked.